This is Jason with Chicago News. This week we are reviewing this brand new 2017 Chevy Trax. New for 2017 is this front end treatment. They've got a new double grille, which you can't actually cook anything on, but maybe it looks a little better. Some new headlights. There's new fascia around the rear. They've changed some of the look, but overall it's the same platform and the same body. Overall, this is not a big car. You can tell just by looking at it. This is going to fit in a lot of different parking spots around the city. We'll have to get inside and see if there's some more room on the inside, but overall the outside is nice and compact. Even though it looks really small from the outside, once you get inside this Trax, there's plenty of room. I'm 6'3", I've got tons of headroom. There's great rear seat passenger space, but a little bit small on the cargo space in the back. Overall though, for a vehicle this short, which is really convenient in the city, there's plenty of room. Our test vehicle is the Premier version, which is the top of the line Trax, and it's actually packed with technology. You got Chevy's infotainment system with Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. You've got a whole host of safety features. There's forward collision alert, there's blind spot monitors, rear cross traffic alert. But one of the nice features you have is the OnStar system with 4G hotspot, so you can actually connect your laptop and use data. Of course, your passenger would be doing that, not you, as you go down the road. It's a really nice feature to have, especially in a car in this class. We found a couple of the safety features a little bit off in their calibration though, and the forward collision alert is very sensitive and it's got a very loud and bright alert. But the blind spot monitors are a little harder to see and they seem a little laggy in their response. So it seems like there could be some fine tuning there with a couple of the systems. Again, being in a budget car like this, you don't necessarily expect it to be as good as some of the luxury brands. This Premier version replaces the LTZ, and it's proof that no one really ever got what LTZ means. It's just really alphabet soup, and calling it Premier kind of lets you know that this is the top of the line version. Speaking of budget, when you look at the sticker for this Premier version, it doesn't really scream budget to me. It's pushing $29,000 with all the options that we have here. Certainly an entry-level version of this is probably a good budget car, but once you get closer to $30,000 like this, a lot of other options open up. Luckily these days, most USB ports in cars are getting to the point where they actually finally do charge your phone in a good amount of time. So not only can you connect to the system with these USB ports, but they're charging your phone as well. And right back here you've got a 110 volt outlet, so coupled with that 4G hotspot that we talked about, you can plug your laptop in. Again, you can drive this car and your passenger will never have to be offline. The Trax is powered by a 1.4 liter turbocharged Ecotec engine. It's part of Chevy's line of newer, lower displacement turbocharged engines. In this front wheel drive version, it gets 25 city, 33 highway. The all wheel drive's 24 and 30. We're seeing around 27 on the average, which has mostly been city driving. It's got a little low end torque, but 138 horsepower and all of the features crammed in this, it doesn't really actually feel that fast. And part of the problem too is it's got that buzzy quality to it. Some of the turbo engines have a little bit more of a refined note. This actually, it's hard to tell that it's even a turbo. Feels more like a normally aspirated engine. Coupled with the 6-speed automatic that kind of is hunting for a gear a lot of the times, I'm gonna press the gas and you hear that slowly shifted down between two gears. Again, this isn't built for performance, but we've definitely felt better as far as, even in this class, having a little bit more engaging driving experience. So Chevy gave us a list of some of the new features in this newest Trax, and the driver's dash was on the list, and I'm looking at this wondering what's so new about it. You've got a large center speedometer, a tachometer off to the side, and then a digital display. And the digital display is a little strange because instead of being controlled with the steering wheel, you control it with the turn signal stalk, which is not really convenient to reach. Even though this is new, it definitely looks like something I've seen before. Over bumps, you really feel every little imperfection in the road. It's got very stiffly sprung suspension, and normally that would mean that it would handle really well, or you would see that in a performance car that's built for really for handling, but it seems a little odd to have a car like this to have a ride this firm. It's really hard, I think, for cars like this to shake that rental car stereotype, but there's a lot of really great features in our test Chevy Trax here. It's just that the price of this version kind of leaves it outside the budget realm, so you might choose one that has a couple less features. Overall, there's a lot to like, especially to use as a city car, but we wish that you could get a lot of these features for a couple less dollars. Where's the engine?